And good morning, good morning, good morning. Look, it worked. It worked. We're on time. Everything is going great today, even though there's storms in the area. So that, my friends, is a win for today that I am excited about. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Makers and Movers. We're in season 5, episode 33. And this one is, what are we talking? Spring into Profits. We're going to give you 5 big ideas for apparel decorators, going into this. And this is not apparel decorators. We can make plenty of stuff with this. Now, this is your first time here or long time here. I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather is like in your area. We're rocking coffee. It is scattered storms, snow possible tonight. Good times, right? I'm going through my list. I legit have just a full page of stuff and most important things that need to get done. Invoicing, DTF, shirts need pressed, decals need printed, and then I'm working on design work. Got some design work that needs to go up and content creation. I've got probably 10 ideas of stuff that I need to create content for. That being the next 2 videos that we're doing here, Friday and Monday. One of them is going to be competing against national brands for, like spiritware type things, and then creating a presentation box. Those are the next 2 that are coming up. So one will be Friday, one will be Monday. And as always, if you guys have ideas for topics, let me know. Because, hey, without you, there is no show. So if there's things that you want to talk about or do, you let me know. And we'll go from there. I got a screen moving all kinds around. But first, before we dive into that today, let's check in and see how people are doing. There we go. There we go. Renee, 41 on the way to 52. Sunny in Chicagoland. Rain's coming your way. Chance of hail and tornadoes later today, right? It is March in the Midwest, and that's what we get. Water in the bottle, coffee in the tumbler. Have to drop early for another call. So hi, have fun at your other call. Barb, good morning. More Central Minnesota, 24, sunny. Water in the cup, 5 things, quotes, invoicing, source hoodie sweatshirts for customer, digitizing, work on the business. That's right. Wednesday's work on the business today. So we have this call, then we have our mentorship call. That's 9:30 to 10:30. And then I'll just keep that one open all day again, like we did last week. So that way we can go in there. We're day 3 of some AI training. Hopefully day 3 brings more than day 2 and 1. Good information yesterday, but I'm thinking today is where it's really will be at for it. And so that was Barb. And then hi, Renee from Barb. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you from sunny Florida. Hi, Chuck from Barb. Hi, Barb from Chuck. Hi, Barb and Chuck from Renee. Cindy Todd, don't get blown away by this creepy storm. And I know, right? I'm more worried about internet going out than anything. That's all I'm worried about. Do I have internet and power? George, good morning, my friend. You can get on the call or what, George? How are you doing? Hi, Cindy and George. Jerry. Hey, y'all. 53 outside. Cinnamon tea in the cup. Feeding the pup. Designing embroidery. AI content work. Invoicing. Yep. AI content work. Hi, Jerry from Barb. If only I could spell cinnamon. What's funny is I thought it was spelled fine. I didn't even notice it not spelled fine. George has got, coffee designs. Preston. Stormy. Another cup of coffee. We decided this is only 1 cup of coffee. So I'm there with you, George. 1 cup of coffee. Jerry says, hi, Barb, Renee, George, Chuck, Cindy, and Todd. We're also consistent. Yes, we are. Now, would be more consistent. You guys all share this. Go up, grab the thing, share, so we can double the people that are here. Jeff, good morning. Hi, Jeff. Tim, good morning to you. Tim from Toledo, 57 out on the way to almost 70 with coffee to finish. Tim, how are the results from Monday? For those that don't know, Tim dressed up as a leprechaun on Monday, and it was fascinating. I loved everything about it. I thought it was great. Very good job, Tim. That made my day. I will really say that. Kelly, good morning, everyone. Coffee in the cup with 3 shots of what? Bailey's? I would be down with that. Morning, Barb from Jeff. Hi, Tim from Barb. Hi, Jeff and Tim from Jerry. Whoa, I'm not repeating that one. Not repeating that. I mean, she is a grandma, right? So I guess we can. Morning, Grandma Jerry. Yeah, we can do that. Well, as long as, before we get to craziness, with Jerry in here and Jeff, let's just talk about it. Because spring's the season that we can grow our business, right? We look at things that are coming up. We've got graduations coming up. We've got sports coming up. There's festivals coming up. There's craft fairs coming up. There's weddings coming up. We know there's going to be births that are coming up, family reunions. There's all kinds of things that are coming up right now. And what are people looking for? They're going to be looking for shirts, and they're going to be looking for banners, and they're going to be looking for gifts. And guess what? That's right, you sitting right there, you can be the one to provide all of that to them. So what we're going to do is go over, five, what I feel are very profitable theme ideas that you can start using today. Hey, we can start using those today to boost our sales and attract new customers. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you're printing shirts, making signs, custom merch. These ideas are going to help you stand out and sell more. That's what it's all about. Um, so I think you know, without giving everything away, when we look at this changing of the year, right? Because this time of year, I think we've had that long, hard winter. Even us, we still have winter. We had snow on the ground, possible snow tonight. It's just when spring it comes, it brings like that fresh wave of everything, energy, opportunity. Warmer weather means more outdoor events, more celebrations, and people looking for those unique and customized products. And so right now is the perfect time to launch those ideas. It's the perfect time to refresh your lineup, look and see what are things that haven't been selling in the past. Get rid of them. If they're not selling, there's no reason to push it for it. We want to be able to market to customers who are ready to shop. So number one on the list is going to be senior and graduation gifts. But spring just isn't about flowers blooming. Seniors are blooming in the real world. It gets crazy out there for them. And what are some better ways for them to celebrate than with custom merch, right? So, parents spend, and seniors want the cool gear. Schools love a good personalized banner. So, hey, can we create a senior banner for it, right? When we're looking at these things there, graduation season is big money. Think about it. The custom yard signs. Grandma knows where to take pictures at. Matching friend group shirts. They all have their clicks. Can we do, some kind of shirt for them there? Most of them have some kind of inside joke or something that, is to them. The class of 2025 products, those always do well. This is the time, that we can really start leaning into that. And when we look at some examples, the senior banners, just the picture, their senior picture on a banner that they can have at parties, that they can have it there. So having the banner, having the yard sign, personalized name, photo, school colors, you put it all together. Everybody knows that that's the senior graduating for. And then you can do, the graduation tee and the hoodie. So those are perfect for just general use, right? We can have a general seniors 2025, and we can personalize it for the school. We can personalize it for the person. So it gives you an opportunity to put a lot of things out there. So if we want to look into these senior gifts, senior ideas, what do I always say? We got to start reaching out. So, the PTO groups, to parents, to coaches, to team moms, we got to start reaching out now. We are in March. There are people that, in May start graduating. So let's go there. Let's see what we can do with it. And next up, the one that we are heavily involved in is the spring sports, outdoor activities. Spring sports are here. We've had tryouts, we've had some practices, and hey, now it's time for team gear. So we've got some stores open. Even if somebody isn't, a player, they want to be in action, right? They want to be part of it. They want to show their support for it. So they're getting, matching spirit wear, the stadium chairs, customized tumbler. We can color coordinate these to the team colors, and that just is that little added part to it. And it doesn't matter what sport it is. We've got baseball and softball and track and soccer. Teams need gear, right? And parents will spend money on gear. So if we can look at things that we're able to do for them, create a bundle for it, with some sweet warm-ups that we can do. Maybe even in the league, it's something where they're trying to, they need to raise funds. Can we do some kind of sponsor banners for the field so they can sell the banners, you can print them, and they can make money off of them? At the end of the day, we want to be, we want to be their one-stop shop, right? We want to offer full packages. So whether there's shirts and banners and yard signs and fan gear, we want to do it all for them. we want to be the MVP of team spirit. And so, things that, we offer that custom team spirit wear, so jerseys, hoodies, the team moms, everything will go that goes along with that. Things like the event banners, the pop-up tents, they need, leagues need ways to have shout outs for their sponsors. So by doing that, hey, here's what we can do for it, just to show another side of it, another thing that we can do. So this is where it comes in, where you partner with your local teams and organizations, and you can, offer exclusive designs to them, sponsorship deals. Because once one sees it, they all talk. Like for our little leagues, all of the presidents, they have meetings, they talk to each other, they know where things are with it, and that's how we've gotten part of one, part of another, little here, little there. Let's test this out to see how it works, and we go from there with it. So they all talk. It's just, you start with that one and you go on to it. Now, if you like to say, if you've got ideas, make sure shout them out in here. Tell us what you're thinking on with it. Let's see, where were we? I'm going to check in before we get into number 3 there. And Jeff, love you, pain in the ass. Wow, Jerry. Look at that, Tim. 71,000 likes. It gives me $42. This is a great way to go, Tim. That's awesome. I like the jig dance Tim Monday did in his outfit. It was good. I really dig that. Who'd you have her filming for you for that? And yeah, wow, Tim, congrats. Jeff, 58 out, feels wonderful. No drink today since I already drank. Okay, you can have another one. You're allowed to. Fixed 3D printer. That's just standard, right? Finishing printing, mail run, research UV printers, smaller ones. Small, like the 8x10 one, the A2 one. Is that right? Are you going to import it? Or are you going to get it here? Let me know, Jeff. And Kelly. Kelly's 5 things: 4 race car half wraps, 2 stickers, 3 travel ball t-shirts, 4 clean engraver, 5 quotes and invoicing. Kelly's got a busy day today. Barb, most say that was not a jig. I don't know. It looked good. It looked good with it. Good morning, Barb. Hi, Kelly, back from Barb. And Tim said 5 things: working on last 6 hats this morning. Need to build out another number. Need to build out numbers for back of hats. Get hats and numbers sorted to get the numbers. Tent job 2. Then back to hats. Time allows. Tim's got a busy day ahead of him. Well, Barb says fatheads really popular at last week's Hockey Youth Championships. Parents supporting players. These were great for other types of event. Yep, we do those for graduation, so they'll have the kids head for it. We've done quite a bit. George does them, and we do them for him, and it works out pretty good. I think, what did we do last time? Like 4-foot heads, didn't we? They're like 4-footers. They were some big ones. Yeah, Jerry, like the head, the fat head, where it's just the head. And Tim says, and putting my logo on new tint vest that finally came in. Use my BN20 for a print and cut, so hoping that works instead of DTF, because those I had were too big. Print and cut should work fine on that. My daughter was filming. She did good. Looking at the flatbed, seems 400 by 600 range. Who's it, Joey? Is that Joey's print? He's importing the... I'd have to look into it more. He's importing the one that a lot of people are importing, the biggest. And yes, of course, he's upcharging for it, but there's service behind it after the sale, so that's pretty nice. Jerry, they're pictures of players' head. That's right. Oh, I get it now. Yeah, huge. They were like 4 foot tall. They were great. Jays, that's what it was. Jays, I knew that was one of them. And I've heard good things about the other ones. What is it? Redline, refine. See. It's in my notebook up here, and I'll eventually remember everything that it is. Okay, so next up, hey, what comes to mind when you think spring? Spring and Easter activities, right? When we think about it, Easter right here, it's basically Christmas in pastel colors, right? There's tons of gifts. There's matching outfits. People are looking for those cute little personalized items for baskets for their kids. So, if you're not offering, the custom Easter shirts or baskets or tote bags, why not? If you're in that gift market, you can totally put that stuff together for it. Church groups want those faith-based items. So, families want, like the Hoppy Easter pajama sets. What can we make with that? And, you can make those personalized, egg hunt bags. Kids always dig those. This is the golden, or should we say pastel, opportunity to cash in before summer. We have the opportunities to do things. So when we look at examples, Easter shirts, bunny themed and faith based designs, will make everything look good, right? And then if we can personalize stuff, so personalized baskets, tote bags, perfect for those spring markets, those egg hunts, and carrying way too much candy that they're going to get for it. So if you're wanting to go down this route, then this is where you need to, do a limited design, pre-orders and countdowns, that will create that FOMO and boost those sales before Easter Sunday for it. After that, we're going to have Mother's Day and Teachers Appreciation, right? Because at the end of the day, mothers and teachers, they are the superheroes of the world. And what do superheroes deserve? Stuff, right? So it doesn't matter what it is, but those personalized gifts show way more effort than that last minute gift card for things. So when it comes to moms, those mom life shirts, those personalized tumblers, an engraved keychain. It comes to teachers, they have endured months of chaos, and when you can offer something like a custom tote for them, an engraved name sign, an inspirational coffee mug, it really makes them feel like what they did was worth it. So when we're looking at things, the mom life shirts, they're always good, but when you do it, because caffeine and chaos, they need to be celebrated in style. So those mom life shirts, tumblers, things, the teacher names, teacher signs, teacher totes, anything that you can engrave or print, those are great items for it. They will feel appreciated after that long year of school. And like this, it's just like everything else. Can we make a pre-made bundle, like a tumbler and shirt combo, and market them as instant gifts? Because at the end of the day, people love ease, right? They want it to be easy, just a grab and go gift solution. Okay, yep, here's this mom tumbler and matching mom shirt, matching mom tumbler. Done. 2 into 1. Here you go. You can package it up nice and add all of that to it for it. And the last one, what else do we run into? Weddings and bridal showers, right? Because wedding season is like tax season for us, because it's busy, it's stressful, but it can be super profitable if we play our cards right. Brides want matching robes, custom flasks, acrylic signs, anything that really screams, Pinterest worthy that they can, post on there. That's where you're going to go with, and then we can just go beyond just the bridesmaid shirts. Can we do custom table decor? Can we do welcome signs, laser engraved, champagne glasses? Every wedding guest is a potential walking billboard for your work. So go all in on it. When we look at products that we can do, the bridal party shirts and robes, whether it's, the bride's drinking team or something classy, it's easy money. Just put a bundle together, put a sample together and show, yep, here's the different ideas for it. So you can bundle that, show it off, and be able to present it to people. The custom welcome signs and gifts. So, the engraved, acrylic signs and wood signs, those look super high end. So if you're able to do, in our instance, Mr. and Mrs. Downing, established 2020, you get signs like that. Super easy, super fun, and, people really love those things with it. You want to go one step further with it? Hey, reach out to some of those local bridal shops and event planners. See what you can do to get in their book of vendors to be able to help out with things on the gift side of it. You're going to be able with that then have people reach out to you, offer them a percentage of it. Hey, for everything that comes through, here's a finder's fee, here's something, and see what you can do to really grow it for it. And that's where we're at with it. We need to constantly figure out what we want to do and how we're going to do it. And these are just ideas for this spring. We're giving you a lot here to go through. Spring is literally blooming with opportunities for us. And it doesn't matter if we're printing for graduates or sports teams or Easter events or Mother's Day or Father's Day. Well, Father's Day is more, it's closer to summer. Weddings. There is money to be made out there. We just have to start marketing now for it. And we have to do our best to show off our best work on social media and capture those seasonal sales before we hit summer and move into that. And some of these will carry over into that. But hey, what can we do with it? So that's what we got. As we review through the things, what do we have for it? We've got we're going to cash in with graduation season because that's custom merch. We've got sports teams and leagues that are going to need our services. Easter and spring themed products, people love them. We've got, what else is in there? Mother's gifts and teachers' gifts. They all love personalized things. Then wedding season, just blow it up because there's plenty of things out there for that. Let's see where we are for it. Let me know. How did all that work out for you? What your thoughts on it. What did I miss? What do you add to the list? Because like I said, we added the big heads to the list. Didn't even think about it. Ooh, Jay's is 2 hours from me, David. I would take that field trip. I would 100% do it. Jeff, 2 hours my way or the other way. Oh, there we go. Embroidered women's Easter hats are so popular. Oh, Barb, you'll have to show those off because I'm not sure. In my head, all I think was just a standard hat. And I don't think that's what you're talking about. So I need to know. Your way. Oh, look. Jeff, sounds like lunch to me. Ooh, look at that. Nurse Weeks in May. Oh, yeah. Any of these weeks, when we start looking up, we got, Nurse Week right there. It's another one to add to it. Jerry Soder Way, south of Columbus, near Circleville. Is this the place, Jeff? Stoutsville, Ohio. Yes, there it is. That's a place. I like the idea of testing UV and not spending before. I'm 100% on board with that. I've been looking at it, at those. You can import one for a little bit. You can pay, probably twice as much and buy it from Jay's. You got the support that comes along with it. Because if we're going to bring something in to just test some things out with, to try it out with, and then if we do make that bump up, it would be to the Mamaki, and then we can go from there. Yeah, it sounds like a day trip. Go for it. Evelyn, good morning to you. And Jeff said I had another company reach out via TikTok as well. So researching what's out there. There's a lot out there, but there's not a lot of good out there, especially in that smaller format. Most everybody's importing things. As far as like a commercial available machine that, major one, Epson dropped one. They have one that's, I think that one's under like $10,000. Otherwise, you're getting up into the larger ones where it's $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70,000. Just really depends on what you plan on doing with it and if it's there for you. Start small, go from there. I've been there too, Jeff. I've driven farther for less reasons. And happy first day of spring tomorrow. And let's see, we didn't have spring today. It'd already be spring there, so that's why we did it today. Just a buddy of mine just got mine. Just got a few stickers from him as well. Sweet, because as a flatbed, you can do the adhesive on it, and you can make the UV stickers on it too. And Barb says, "Oh yes, embroidered ring bearers pillows. Ooh, and crystal, right? How do I say that? Chrysalis, is that right? Crystal beaded belts plus prom. Oh yeah, prom too. Didn't even think about that. Blessed day right there, Barb. Keep us posted, Jeff. Yeah, will do. I got to hop on another call. Have a great day, everyone. There we go. Which is about perfect timing. Renee's headed out to a call. We're wrapping it up today. I said, your guys' help makes this. So when you are able to, make sure you comment. After the fact, you're watching this team replay, put that down there. If you have, questions or topic ideas for future shows, let us know. So in the pipeline, we're going to talk about competing against national competitors. We're going to talk about, presentation boxes. I've got a list of other things, and I'm going to try and get the other two scheduled up. I've got the content pretty much ready to go for it, but get those scheduled up and on the events. So if you could be so kind, make sure when you see those events, go there, check those out, share, because it always helps out. Good day, everyone. That's right. Good day to you too, George. All right. Everybody have a great day. We'll be back here. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you know when we go live. Until next time, peace, love, press on. We will see you then.